Coming to you pre-recorded in Indianapolis, Indiana. Indy Dave 317, baby. Throwing up that horseshoe, but tonight it's Spicy P. P is for Pacers. Now this is my game 2 reaction to the Cavs versus Pacers. We're gonna start with some player stats. It would be wrong if I didn't start with Donovan Mitchell, bro. So Donovan Mitchell had 48 points on 15 of 30 shooting. He was 1 for 7 from the three-point line. Donovan Mitchell shot 21 free throws. He made 17 of them. And it should have been 16, but Matherin bailed him out with a stupid lane violation. But whatever. Mitchell was phenomenal. He had 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals. Donovan Mitchell had 5 turnovers last night. So 48 points for Mitchell on 1-3 with 17 for 21 at the free throw line. So 17 of those 48 points was from the free throw line. You subtract that. That's still 31 points with only 1-3. So 28 points with no threes, no free throws on 30 attempts. Whatever, I didn't mean to do all that, but Mitchell had A+. Am I allowed to do that? Is it an A, not an A+, since the 5 turnovers? That one specific turnover? We'll get to that. Donovan Mitchell had a great game, though, man. He damn near scored 50. You needed 50 to win. He got 48. Anyway, Strus was on the loose, man. Max Strus had 23 points, 8 of 18 shooting, 5 for 12 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 at his free throws. Max Strus had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 turnovers. Hell of a game for Max Strus. He was on the loose. I said it, man. He said that Strus is on the loose. Got to put that dog back in its cage. Put that dog down. We're taking Max Strus to the pound, putting down that wild dog. You can't be splashing threes on us like that, bro. We don't like that shit, bro. No, great game from Donovan Mitchell and Max Strus. That was about all who showed up, but we got a couple more mentions for the Cavs. So, Sam Merrill had a good game. 5 for 10, 4 for 9 from the three-point line, 4 rebounds, 2 steals for Sam Merrill. It's all right. It's pretty good. Jared Allen had 22 points, 7 of 9 shooting. Jared Allen was 8 from 8 from the free throw line. He didn't miss a free throw. He had a double-double, though, 12 rebounds for Jared Allen, 3 assists, 3 blocks for the big man, 4 turnovers for Jared Allen. Jared Allen had mostly a good game. Where a lot of those points putbacks, you'd like to see the Cavs draw some shit up for Jared Allen every now and then, especially when you're short 3 fucking guys. 7 for 9. He only had 9 attempts. 8 for 8 free throws. He only had 22 points. I should have gave a couple more passes to Jared Allen, in my opinion, but it's okay. Hold on. Excuse me, cut that out of the video. What a bum. Ty Jerome, speaking of bums. Yes, Ty Jerome, I don't know. Is Ty Jerome getting ran out of town, or is he getting a pass? What's the deal with Ty Jerome with Cavs fans? Is he getting a pass? Are we going to let it slide this time, or is he getting railroaded out of town? Jesus. Jerome had 2 points. He was 1 for 14. Ty Jerome giving his best Jalen Green impression last night. Ty Jerome 1 of 14, 0 for 4 from the three-point line. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers. His, what's that thing they call it? Plus negative differential shit. Jerome had it. The only thing he did good was the Cavs did good when he was on the court. He must have been playing good defense or something, man, because it sure as hell wasn't offensive end. 1 for 14. Ooh, wait. Who said Ty Jerome was good? No, I'm just playing. Everybody has a bad game, man. So I just read over. I'm not even going to go over any more Cavs stats. I think you understand. That was the Cavs player stats. We're going to go over some Pacers player stats, all right? I'm going to start with Miles Turner because he had the most shot attempts. Him and Neimark had the most shot attempts for the Pacers. Can you believe that? The leading shot attempt guy had 13 shot. Turner and Neimark had 13 shot attempts. All this data is according to Google. Well, actually, I get the player stats from NBA, so I could see the turnovers. Miles Turner had 23 points on 8 of 13 shooting. He was 5 from 8 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds for Miles Turner, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 blocks, no turnovers for Miles Turner. Miles Turner had a great game. I mean, he had a couple of his misses were kind of rushed, but when you're 8 from 13, he still had an efficient game. He came. It seems like every bucket Miles Turner had needed it. Especially even early in the game when you may have not felt like it. It was like needed that bucket. We'll get to that. Andrew Neimark had 13 points. He was 5 of 13 shooting. 0 for 4 at the three-point line from Andrew Neimark after going 5 of 6 game one. So that's just the numbers balancing out. Neimark was 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Does that say 7 rebounds? 7 rebounds for Neimark, 13 assists for Neimark, 2 steals for Neimark. But look away. Hold your nose. Andrew Neimark had 8 turnovers last night. Oh my God, that shit stinks. Stow that away. 8 turnovers. Ow. Fuck. Andrew Neimark was kind of like 8 turnovers, didn't hit a 3. Felt like for a minute, like I might, what happened to playoff Andy? What happened to calling him playoff Andy? But he had at least 1 clutch bucket, so it's all good. 8 turnovers. Ooh, that stinks. I need some tissues. Anyway, next guy. Aaron Nesmith had 23 points, 8 of 13 shooting. Aaron Nesmith went 5 for 8 from the three-point line. He hit a couple big threes. Big-time threes. Nesmith is just under the radar good, bro. Nesmith needs more love. Like, playoff Andy Neimark, he was starting to get some love because he was already getting some love because he showed up against Boston when Halliburton went down last year in the playoffs. So a lot of people already kind of know about Neimark, but a lot of people still hasn't caught on to. One of my Doozy Maniacs did, though. He mentioned him. And I appreciate him mentioning it, but it's like Nesmith is finally I've appreciated Nesmith, but for him, as far as him being like on my radar, like guys that I fuck with, like Matherin and Halliburton, Nesmith is slowly getting to that point. He was already our defensive ace, and I already compared him to a young Kawhi Leonard. Before Kawhi Leonard was averaging 20 points per game, that's what Nesmith reminds me of. Very stoic, business as usual. Another big game from Aaron Nesmith, very under the radar. I bet you a lot of people that even if they watched the game, I wonder how many people really caught on to the fact. I'm going to be real. I know I didn't catch on to the fact that Aaron Nesmith dropped 23 points last night. I noticed the big threes he had, but I wouldn't have guessed he had 23 points. But yeah, he had the big putback dunk. He had a couple huge threes. Aaron Nesmith is a dog, bro. He's a fucking beast. Period. 8 for 13 shooting, 5 for 8 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 free throws, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 fucking blocks for Aaron Nesmith with a 23-point performance. Great job, Aaron Nesmith. Halliburton, why did it take so long to bring up the man? The Mr. Clutch, overrate that. Tyrese Halliburton, man, he just continues to put his fucking cape on. This ain't new for us. He did it. He's done it a whole bunch of regular season games. He hit big shots in the playoffs last year, and he just hit 2 game winners within a week yesterday. So I was showing my son highlights from the Bucks game where, you won't ever see this again in your life. I'm going to show him again. He's going to be like, come on, I thought you said I would never have to see this again. It's not my fault he's making it look easy. Halliburton's out here making it look easy, nonchalant, like it's a regular thing. 13 assists. He didn't have 13 assists this time, but the assist-to-turnover ratio, he makes it look easy. Makes it look easy throwing a bunch of assists and not a whole lot of turnovers. Granted, he only had 4 assists this game, but he didn't have no turnovers. But yeah, I meant to look up. Oh, I'll get to that. I'm getting scattered brain. But Tyrese Halliburton just makes it the clutch shots, the high assists, the low turnovers. Halliburton just makes it look so easy out here, boy. So Halliburton had 19 points, 7 of 11 shooting. You know, you look at his stat sheet, he's overrated. You guys act like Halliburton's a shit. He only had 19 points. He only takes 11 shots. Oh, yeah, he's overrated. 19 points, 7 of 11 shooting, 2 for 2 3-pointers, 3 for 5 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block. You know, I want to see Halliburton make all of his free throws, but we'll get to one of those misses here in a second. Okay. He had a block. Matherin had 19 points. Yes, this is the Matherin I've been waiting on. Benny Matherin one more time. He was 6 of 10 and hit 1 of 3 3-pointers. 6 of 6 from free throw line. I'll stop. Benny Matherin one more time. I'm sorry, I was just been waiting on that kind of performance from Matherin. I knew he was capable of doing it. I'd love to see 15 or more points consistently from him, but I understand his minutes are a little different than I expected them to be. But 19 points from Matherin on 6 of 10 shooting, only 1 for 3 from the 3-pointers. So he's getting to the free throw line. He had 6 of 6 from the free throws, a couple rebounds and assists. Great game from Benedict Matherin. Benny Matherin one more time. I wasn't going to mention him, but I started feeling bad if I didn't. Pascal Siakam, he had a clutch bucket. He only had 12 points, 5 of 8 shooting. So Siakam had the lowest shot attempts out of all the guys I just mentioned. But it's okay. Right? He'll come around. He's Mr. Reliable. He's the guy with the championship experience. So, you know, he's allowed to get away with stuff, especially when he's hitting clutch buckets, helping us get clutch buckets. Even if he missed 3 of his free throws. God, Siakam couldn't hit a free throw to save his life at the end of the game. But he had the big layup. We'll get to that. We're going to review some shit. Siakam, 12 points. But whatever. We're going to go on to the next thing. Well, looks like I'm going to be doing a 2-part video again because I really want to do the play-by-play for the fourth quarter. But I got enough time to rattle off some team stats. The Pacers had 5 less field goal attempts than the Cavaliers. So the Cavaliers had 15 more field goal attempts game 1. They had 5 more field goal attempts game 2. So first 2 games combined, the Cavaliers have had 20 more field goal attempts than the Pacers. I'm not gonna dwell and obsess on that. I just had to say it out loud. The Pacers shot 51.8% from the field goal percentage. The Cavs had 43.3%. Pacers had 11 less 3-point attempts. So the Pacers shot 11 less threes than the Cavaliers did. Cavs shot 11 more threes than the Pacers did. Both teams had 11 3-pointers made. So I don't know why I didn't write down the 3-point percentage. I'm a bum for that. But yeah, so even though we shot less 3-pointers, we made them more than the Cavs did. We had the same amount of 3-pointers made as they did in game 2 on 11 less attempts. Pacers shot 6 less free throws. Pacers made 9 less free throws. So the Cavs won the free throw challenge yesterday. They shot 85.7%. The Pacers were 72.4%. We was 21 of 29. They was 30 of 35. So they won the free throw battles. According to Google, the Pacers had 1 more total rebounds than the Cavaliers, which that can't be right. The Cavs had 14 offensive rebounds per Google, according to Google. 14 offensive rebounds for the Cavaliers, 11 for the Pacers, 33 defensive rebounds for the Pacers, 29 for the Cavaliers. The Pacers had 4 more assists. We had 4 more blocks. The Pacers had 4 less steals than the Cavaliers, 4 more turnovers than the Cavaliers, 6 less points in the paint, 5 more fouls. So it's not like we dominated this game by any means. In fact, I'm going to save the rest of this for part 2. Real ones, check out the second part of the video. This has just been, this hasn't been my full reaction. This is just kind of we looked over the player stats, looked over the team stats. Check out the rest of the reaction in the part 2 video. Appreciate you.